Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to our blind playthrough of Blueprints. It's lovely to see you today. I hope you're having a good day or a good evening, whatever it is. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. How nice is that? A poetic kind of number for today. Feels poetic to me. Something just nice and straight and simple about that. Guys, I got some nice stuff to say to you. I got some nice stuff to say to you at the beginning of today. I'm excited. I've figured out two things. I'm very, very, very excited about it. I don't know where they're going yet, but they tell me I'm going somewhere. And I've been to the sauna, so we're starting with an extra 20 steps today. Okay. All right. I've got some plans for today. I'll tell you about that in a second. But of course, I want to start by telling you what I'm excited about that I've figured out. I've been turning my mind, to all kinds of things. There are so many. There are still so many. It's astonishing, actually. Like, this is what I want to say. It's astonishing to me how many hanging puzzle threads I think I still have in this game. Just like not even getting to Blue House, not even getting to the rough draft and all of that, not even getting to the other blue door. Are there more blue doors? This is still a question for me. I've, thought about that a fair bit in the past and talked to you about it. But there's stuff like, is there more to glean from Clara's diary? What are the gold hands on the clock in the classroom mean? Like the sacred letter in the clock tower, I still haven't figured out. Is there anywhere else for me to, anything else interesting for me to dig up? Using like a map and a shovel finding the treasure chest type thing. I've been doing a fair bit of work on that. So many. So I have so many things written down, and I'm kind of actually trying to bit by bit, like swan song with the A and the O removed. I still don't know what that means or what to do with it, but it's clearly important. So anyway, I'm kind of trying to I'm going back through stuff. I'm trying to sort of quite systematically kind of capture what are some of my existing hanging threads so that I can keep them in mind for new ways of thinking about them, but also thinking about how they might connect to each other, all of that sort of stuff. The more I get through in the game, the more ways I've either got to think about something new, to connect it to something new, all of that. Anyway, so I have been turning my mind to all of that, but of course I have also been turning my mind to trying to think more about Blue House and even trying to come to terms with what are the things that remain for me there. Obviously, there might be things I don't understand, but what can I get a what can I get a grip on? What do I think is an existing puzzle there? The big ones are, of course, our room letter puzzle message thing, these vying plans, at least as far as I think this is correct. And oh my God, I'm hoping this is correct, because just the idea, when I consider that, what if I have some of these letters wrong? And it's only with a few of them I might consider that, right? But when I consider that, I'm just like, please, no, because I will if I have to. But I spent so long getting these letters. Some of them were so hard. I'm just dying to not have to rethink some of them, but I might have to. I might be on the wrong track. But I think I'm at least mostly on the right track, and I think I'm on the right track with it. It feels right the way that it is. So of course I've been working on that. There's the gallery puzzle. The gallery, whatever that is, whatever kind of puzzle it is. These are sort of big things. I've been doing a little bit more work on these things. With the gallery, one of the things I've been thinking is, why is it the word moon? Why moon is the word that's sort of spelled out in the available letters there? Why? What is it telling me? So, you know, I've been thinking, is it just a general game reference? It's nothing more than that. It's just, you know, we wanted to give you a few words to help you with, a few letters to help you with this puzzle. Moon is obviously a big, big theme in this game. There you go, it works. Is it an actual reference to the rogue moon? And if it is, what does that mean? Because there are so many other references in the game to the rogue moon. But in that particular house, of course, we have doors. You know, if we have anything in that house, what we have are doors with moons on them that change color and lead to interesting things. So there's that. Yeah, all kinds of things. I've been trying to think about if how do we even think about this gallery puzzle, right? Like, I've talked about this. Is it a message? Is it telling us something to do? Is it going to be something more cryptic? You know, is it blah 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 blah? So what even is this, and what do we get out of it? I've turned my mind to, if it is a message, because here's the one thing I think I know about this is we can't enter in letters there. It's not like number one gallery. It's not like our gallery in the main house. We can't enter in letters to solve it. So I feel like it has to be that it's giving me information that I do something else with in some way, whether that's a straight up message, like to go and do something. If it's a message to go and do something, and it may not be, then maybe that's a good argument that at least one of these words has to be a verb. But it doesn't. But even that's not true. You could write a message that implies something that doesn't actually have a verb in it. But there's maybe a good chance that it is a message that has a verb in it. So I've been thinking about that, like, you know, especially with the first word, which is 5 letters, there's fewer possibilities for that word of what it could be. You know, so a word, you know, I kind of really like the idea. I don't know, I'm a bit stuck on the idea that first word might be among, because among is in our rough draft house letter puzzle, and it just feels like it kind of works for me. But and see, that's a good example of, it could be a message that starts with among, and it could not include a verb. It could simply imply that something is somewhere, you know, and you figure the rest out. But it could, for example, be the word smash, or the word empty, or the word amass, you know, or email. I don't think I can email anybody in this game, but you never know, right? So, yeah, I've been thinking about a few things like that. But before I kind of just keep coming up with thousands and thousands of possible words here, what I've been thinking is, how do they want me to tackle this puzzle? Do they want me to just come up with thousands and thousands of random words that could go in here and just have a go at, like, thinking through it? I doubt it. I doubt it's like that. You know, even to the gallery puzzle here, eventually there was a logic to it, right? So I think there's a logic to this, and I just haven't grasped what that logic is yet. But I'm thinking about that. Like, how am I expected to what is the gallery puzzle? What are we going to get out of it? And how am I expected to actually begin tackling it? You know, so that's a thing. The thing I got, though, to turn to that, let me tell you how that began. What I was doing was, I've got pages here in my second notebook where I've written out, I've actually got a whole page where I've written out everything that's in the atelier, and so that I can look back at everything that's written on the walls there, and where it is, and, you know, located in the room, all of that sort of stuff. So, you know, occasionally I just go back here and have a think about it. What I looked at this time was the actual door that we take to the rough draft. And, you know, I suppose I'm thinking about it in a new way because I've been through so much now. I've figured out so much about the rough draft. I've found, surely, you know, a very huge, big thing in the rough draft. So when I look at it now, I'm like, I was looking at it. So what it is it's, you know, the door has the, like the kind of a blank map of the 45 rooms on it, a blank blueprint, you might say, of the 45 rooms on it. But it only has some of the rooms filled in. And so I was looking at this and I was going, why are only some of these rooms filled in? And there are, I counted them. I looked at their locations. I thought about what I've done in the house and I was like, does this correlate to anything, the paths or anything like that? I don't think so. Is there anything to do with the actual rooms that are written here or the rooms that are not written here? I didn't think so. But what I tried fairly quickly is I was like, well, hang on, we have letters that are equivalent to all of this. Does this spell anything out? So I did a second map where I mapped each of those rooms that are on this door to their corresponding letters. Had a collection of letters there that didn't immediately spell anything out. The first thing I could make of it was worry C. I was like, well, it's something. Worry C. C as in SEA. I was like, it doesn't. Oh my God. And then it hit me. It just like my brain rearranged the letters and I was able to see like the first bit was rose. I could see because those letters are all right next to each other. ROSE. And then I was like, Roseberry. Isn't that cool? I don't know what it means, guys. I don't know what it means. I do not know now as I sit here what it means, but I found it. I found that this door has Roseberry written on it. It might not mean anything in particular. It might just be cool. It might just be that, I've been obsessed, obviously, with the word rosemary, because, the Baroness tells us to remain she says, stay vigilant and rosemary in the library, tinted book. And so, of course, I've gone to a lot of lengths to think about everywhere in the game where there are roses. That was even before discovering the rough draft, where we've found all of these roses and thorns, and I've gone back and looked at it many times. So it's very much on my mind. So I was so freaking thrilled to see that. I got to tell you, it may not mean anything because it may just be that it's a clever little. It might even just be that it's a clever little sort of nod to the fact that everything behind that door is what she wanted you to find, It might just be that. It might just be beyond this door is what I've told you to be vigilant for. It might just be that. But it might be something else. And either way, what finding this has done is hugely empower me to think a lot more about the use of those letters. So I've turned back again to think about my these vine plans forge Baron Crest among Huam blessed letter message, and to think about it in a different way. And rather than trying to understand it as a message, to understand it as, a spatial map of letters. And this was one of the things I was thinking, like, could this be a code? Is it something we need to decode? I'm considering whether it's all kind of like anagram related. That's hard because it's a huge amount of letters. It's 45 letters is a dang big anagram to even try to tackle. But I have been trying to tackle it. So I've been starting my analysis of this in a few ways. One is something I've done before, and I like it. I don't expect it's going to be that it's ever the kind of analysis that will solve the puzzle for me, but this sort of analysis helps me to start to come to grips with something. I did this with the cryptograph as well. So what I've done is I've counted. I've got counts for all of the letters that are used in that message. This was revealing to me. It was useful because, it was handy to be able to go, you know what, the amount of letters, the amount of each letter that is in this message, to me is kind of what you would expect from, if these letters can be, let's say, rejumbled to make another message that's written in vaguely English, more or less English words. This letter count seems to accord with that. There's no X's, there's no Z's, there's no J, there's no Q. There's lots of E's, there's 6 E's, there's 4 S's, there's 4 A's. It feels like that could at least signal to me it could be, a standard English message. Of course, we already have a standard English message, I get that, but what I'm saying is maybe there's another one in there, in anagram form or something like that, right? it also taught me some interesting things. So I started thinking about, well, what are the words that are possible? There are going to be thousands and thousands of words that are possible. What I mean is, what are some of the words I might expect if there's a message hidden in here? You know, Simon, Herbert, Mary, Thomas, Testament. I actually thought that was quite an exciting one because in the Baroness's will, she makes a big point about saying over and over again, please call this will the Blue Testament of Orave. So Orave was one of the first things I looked at, and I realized, very quickly, thanks to this analysis, this is actually really useful for me. There's no U. There's no U, so that means you can't take Orave. You can't get Orave in this message. You can't get blue. Surely that's a big one, right? You can't get rogue, because I'm thinking about the moon. You can't even get Sinclair because there's only one I. Things like that. But Simon, Herbert, Mary, Thomas, Testament, Will, Rosemary, Crown, Ballroom, Gallery. These are rooms I'm sus of. Moon, all of these sorts of things are possible. I kind of just, just made a little bit of a start on that, right? Anyway, that was kind of how I was starting to sort of think about it. And I've considered, again, what's another way you might think about this message? Is it about potentially eliminating letters? And I had written on the same page as my initial, actually not even my initial, my second version of writing this message down. In my notes, I had written down the message that we get when we follow one of the non-true paths. This was not the true path. The way that it's written, all, with each word on a separate line, just strikes me as potentially being interesting because it all reminds me, of course, of our castle message, our overlay castle message, right? So my first thought was, can I find all of the letters of this was not the true path in these vying plans? I started trying that quickly. I realized I can't. It just doesn't match up. You can't. But that kind of got me onto thinking about, could these vying plans forge blah, blah, blah? Could it be an exercise in eliminating letters or collecting letters together? Once I had that thinking, I tried looking at the pathways that we took, the orange path, the violet path, the red path, and the blue path, and which rooms we go through on each of those paths. I got quite excited because the first one I tried was orange path, and I got M-O-R, and I was like, oh, it looked like it might be spelling something, but it actually just became M-O-R-T-H, morth. So it's not a word I'm familiar with, but it's not a word. It has the construction of a word. So I don't know. I was kind of encouraged by that. I then did the violet path, which leads you through the letters L-E-F-O-S-N. So I was like, well, that's nothing. That's nothing. And the red path is M-P-T-Y. Which, to be honest, as I read it out to you now, I've actually realized is actually just one letter off empty, which is interesting. But I didn't realize that until I started speaking that sentence. But it was MPTY, which again is not a word, but actually it's very close to a word, isn't it? However, the exciting thing, of course, probably you knew, not all of you knew this, because some of you are following along with me and haven't necessarily done this yourself. So let me reveal to you, the blue path was hugely exciting, because here are the letters that you get when you follow the blue path. S from pantry, S-W-A-N. It's already getting pretty exciting, isn't it? S-W-A-N. I was like, I think I know what's coming. Could it be? Could it be? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. S-W-A-N-S-O-N. And even though we don't enter the furnace per se, we enter the room that's the equivalent on that equivalent space, which gives you the G, swan song. The blue path spells swan song. So I was pretty dang excited about those two discoveries. I've discovered Rosemary written with the letters. I've discovered Swan Song written with the letters. This was kind of mind-blowing because, I hadn't thought about Swan Song as a concept as having particular relevance for the Baroness or for, like I have discovered that obviously she is someone who might have a relationship with swans for absolute sure because she comes from Trinsdale and we know that Trinsdale has swans in it. But nevertheless, Swan Song, to me, I've really thought about that through the whole game as association with Mary. And I've thought like a lot of the things we're sort of uncovering about her story is her swan song. So this was really interesting because surely this is more about the Baroness and not about Mary. For all I know, Mary has been in the rough draft. Mary might have, I imagine Mary might have done everything that I've done. She's so clever. She's so clever. But nevertheless, I think that this swan song has to mean it's got a relationship with the Baroness. So I found that very interesting just conceptually, just lore-wise. And I suppose in a sense that's where I'm at with it. I've tried a few things since. I've tried going, well, what if I take all of these letters, you know, from the orange path, violet path, red and blue path, and I cross them all out of the Vying Plans message, and I look at my leftover message letters. So I have that collection of letters there. It doesn't, it doesn't immediately strike me as anything. So I don't know. I've tried finding actually stay vigilant and rosemary. You can't get that whole phrase in there. It's only rosemary because vigilant has 2 eyes in it, so it's out. Yeah, I think I'm very pleased with that. To me, that's progress. Like that's exciting. It gives me. I'm hugely motivated by that, but I don't know yet where I'm going with that. So anyway, so I will continue doing that. We're not going back into the rough draft again today because we haven't given ourselves a secret passage to start the day with. What we've given ourselves is the secret garden. So I'm oh, hello. I've been standing next to the mail the whole time. Sleeping Mask, gems and keys. That's a very good, nice general start to the day. Thank you. So I thought, look, of course, I'm super keen to go and see what's going on with the secret garden in the outer room. In general, I just have a lot of various things that I want to try. And I kind of thought, like, after the last couple of days where I tried a very specific thing and I had a great time doing it, and I'm not letting myself get emotionally invested in it, but one of my goals for today is to get the mailroom and see, because it does say that the prizes will appear in the mailroom, but maybe they don't appear on the same day. So I'm holding out a little carefully cultivated small size of hope that maybe I did do the sweepstakes challenge correctly. And so I'd like to see if I can get mailroom to I don't know, just to to see. That's what I mean, to see. Anyway, but what I thought I would actually do with today is actually like play around a little bit and try to do a few things that I have on my list. So I thought, cool, all right, well, we'll go and see the secret garden. We'll try and get mailroom. I actually thought I'd love to check off this whole thing about servants' quarters because, so this is one of the other avenues I've been thinking about is there are mysteries that I have come across and I'm like, oh, this is a mystery. Why is it like this? But in a lot of cases, I don't know if it is something or isn't something, really. Like, for example, I would eat somebody. I don't wear a hat typically. I would eat someone's hat if those gold clock hands in the classroom turn out to be nothing. I can't believe that they're nothing. I simply cannot believe it. I believe there's something, and I just don't know what to do with them yet. However, I could believe that the clock hands in the den, in the rough draft that are blue and black and are pointed at 8 o'clock, I could believe that they might not relate to a puzzle because they might just be a reference to the things in this game we know are important. Blue, black, 8. Cool. it could just be that. You know, it could just be a reference. It might not be a puzzle. I'd love it for it to be puzzle related. But yeah, so I guess what I mean is I have a lot of things like that where I'm like, I don't know if this is a puzzle or not. I'm interested in pursuing it, but I don't know if it's a puzzle or not. But the things that the game actually tells me and nudges me and strongly hints at me to do, I think you would be a fool to not do that. And I'm sure I have been a fool 100 times over in that regard. But the game has told me several times. It's kind of, I feel, you know, like when they tell you, when the staff are telling you something in the announcements, in the staff announcements, I think you listen to that, you listen hard. They've told me several times, servants' quarters. So I think I got to try that. And so I think if I'm in the mood for trying, let's try it. It's not, I've been really reluctant to try that one for a long time because it might ruin another day where I'm trying to do something important. I'm not, so let's give it a go. I'm happy to ruin a day. If it ruins my next day tomorrow to call it a day in servants' quarters, so be it. We can end the day and that day can be over and then we move on to the next day. It's fine. It's fine. At this stage, it's fine. I've actually written out like every room in the house so that I can be more systematic about trying to dig for treasure in different rooms. And I have certain rooms I'm the most interested in. So, you know, this is a hard thing to make happen, but I'd like to try to do that if I get the chance for it. So I'd like to try and get a treasure map today. And if I get the chance to get Jackhammer, I've been so reluctant to try this, but I am turning my mind to, are there other blue doors to find? And my best guess for one is that there might be one to be found in the gemstone cavern. If we use the jackhammer there, I have been very afraid of that because I feel very strongly, feel very strongly that the game is telling me I could collapse the cavern if I do that. And it might be randomly, right? I feel like I could collapse the cavern. Now that means two things to me. One, it means I'm terrified of doing it because I'm terrified of losing my 2 gem start at the beginning of the day. I really rely on that. And if I lost it, I think it would be kind of devastating. But the second reason that I haven't really been interested in going back to the gemstone cavern since thinking that is that if that is telling me that I can collapse the cavern, then to me that's actually another signal that there might not be anything in the cavern. Because would the game really let me collapse an opportunity to find, let's say, a blue door or something else, some other tunnel or something? I kind of feel like it's not that sort of game. And I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like that might be a strong suggestion from the game that actually there's nothing there. If it's collapsible, and I believe it is collapsible, because they gave me very strong language about that. So my hope that there's something there has been humbled, I think. But I reckon I've built up enough courage at this stage that I could try one. And I guess I've got one spot in particular that's the main spot I want to try. It's sort of like right at the back of the cavern. It looks like maybe there could be a hidden door there or a tunnel or something, right? So if I get the chance, I'm going to try one spot. Other than that, it's a bit too scary for me. So what I'd really like, I'd like to try and aim to get like mailroom and some other things that might give me the treasure map or jackhammer bits, all of that. But I'd like to get the treasure trove to get the scepter and to make the scepter violet so that we can give ourselves a better chance of getting servants' quarters. Because I'm pretty sure I've banished servants' quarters to like rare or unusual at the very least. Anyway, let's start off hallway because I'd love trunks are a possibility for getting the treasure chest. For getting the treasure map is what I mean. Yeah, we might have a good chance at getting, oh man, and like, I think I even mentioned it in the last day, like, my main, like the main rooms of interest for me are actually bunk room, dormitory, and nursery for digging. And I have a funny feeling maybe I've already tried nursery. I can't. I haven't been. It's so laborious to go back and check this for me. There's no easy way to do it in the footage. So that would be the last of the three I would try if I could. But anyway, because of that reference that's in the Architectural Digest saying, our purpose, it's something like our purpose can be found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. I'm very interested in digging into rooms associated with youth, which to me is bunk room, dormitory, maybe nursery. But it's also things like clock tower. I don't think I've dug a treasure chest in clock tower. That would be a really interesting one. I'd love to do it. There's so many to try. Anyway, so that's that. Let's give it another one. Treasure trove, great. I'd love to dig in bedroom closet. Is it the same? It might be the same. Might be the exact same one that we get. Oh, and it would make sense, wouldn't it? It would make sense that if you run it... Hang on, my coins were flying in the air there. It would make a lot of sense that if you go through all of the memos in the treasure trove, they actually keep giving you the same one. The one that is... Because if you haven't noted these down properly, like, this is your only chance probably to keep getting the hint that the real treasure... is not in the house, but in this room. So that actually, it would make a lot of sense that we're going to get that every single time. Okay, I'm very excited because I love this scepter. I love it. Look at it. It's so interesting. The black, purple, violet scepter. I'm excited that I get to do it today. Cool. All right, we're going to be plagued by... bedrooms, most likely. Do I have any real reason for not taking all of this? Whatever. Let's take it all. It's fine. Yeah, might as well head up from here. Bedroom. Oh, look at that. Well, let's go. Let's do it. Servants' quarters. So hopefully we'll finish the day here. We get some steps. We get a key. My romantic letter. Cool. I mean, I was always... Hey, I don't think I've ever had a window in this room before. I've hardly ever had this room, that's why. I've hardly ever had this room. I've also thought, since the very beginning of getting this room, I've always wondered, like, could it be that something happens if you do get all of these rooms and then come back here? Maybe. And maybe today we'll find out. Who knows? Anyway, that's good. That's good. So here we don't want to go in any of these directions for absolute sure. So maybe it's a good spot to put this bedroom and at least just get some redraw die. Yep. I don't want the problems of maid's chamber, at least early on in the day. If we're going to draft it, let's draft it later. Okay. Well, since we're going back to entrance hall anyway, and we have some redraw die under our belt, let's go and see the freaking secret garden in the outer room. Let's do it. It's a lovely day. Nothing wrong with overcast. Yeah. We're not going to be getting trading posts today, but, it's always a nice protection against lost and found if it were to come up. Okay, so exciting. What is this going to look like? Because it's a long room and so much of it is, it is outside. I assume that at least part of it is going to be, like, in the cave, but is all of it going to be in the cave? Maybe. Oh, look at our dark secret garden. It is all in the cave. It's got the... It's also got the shrine thing. How weird. How Weird. Gotta look. So we still get some dig spots, which I can't use yet. I just feel like I've never noticed this pattern here before. Wow, look at that. That's kind of incredible. And do we have all of the same things here? So, I guess so. I guess we can... This is what I was anticipating. We can get the antechamber open quite easily today. Benefit of having this weird-ass secret garden here. Huh. Wow. How bizarre. Oh, there's a little bit of... Oh, there's a little bit of sky peeking out there as well. So weird. It's so weird. So I wonder if a lot of the rooms, the outdoor rooms, if we do other outdoor rooms, will we also end up in this kind of... Because this is like... I don't think this is the same cavern as the shrine. I think this is the same cavern as the one that we saw when we drafted the antechamber out here. Like the monk would be sitting about here. Because I think it's longer. I think the shrine... I think the way the statue and the hole in the ceiling are sort of... Maybe I'm wrong. I think they're closer in the shrine. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe we get something different in here. Let's try all of them. Oh, maybe I should have done one by one, but I'm instinctively doing both of the levers, so let's do that. Cool. Antechamber. Oh, so I guess we can see it as it go around. Yeah, it does actually look like it's the same, right? That was the little rogue moon thing. Still, we should check it out. Alright, so they're both open. So let's do this one. Let's look north. And is north... I actually can't... It's been so long since I've looked at these other two things that are in here. Is that the rogue moon? It would make a lot of sense, right? Yep. Well, let's take a look. Are you any different out here? You're the same. I wonder if there is anything we eventually do here. Okay, so 2 more now. And, you know, I expect it's just the Arindia sigil. One more. So, just since I've got this, you know, these directions in front of my face here, it reminded me that, like, one of the things I've been thinking about is, you know, this is something I know is a puzzle, and I don't know what to do with it yet. Yeah. All right. Seems to be all the same. Is our, what the garage blue memo tells us, which is that, you know, the car license plate, which is Swansong with the A and the O removed, is a I've been dealing with so many anagrams. The other one, acronym, and so SWNSNG is something, you know, and it's obviously something important because it's also what Mary like leaves us messages to do. Remove the A, you know, delete this, remove the O. Surely these things all relate together. So But it wasn't the password. It wasn't a password in the security terminal. So I'm like, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a password in not the, like we found the one for the security, that was Swansong HSS. Maybe I've actually just got to try this as a password in a different terminal. Maybe there's another terminal that has a password, a terminal specific password. But anyway, aside from it being a password, it has to be some kind of acronym. And I still don't know what that is or what it's going to tell me. Where should I go next? Here. This is really just in need of, like, I might as well try getting all of the bedrooms. And might be smarter to put this here, actually. And this counts as a bedroom as well. Sure. Yeah. So anyway, what I'm taking a very long way to try and say is maybe we should attic here, get some items under our belt. Yeah, why not? It's a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion, game. Is one of the things that almost seems like the obvious, shovel, great. That could be the beginning of our jackhammer. This could be part 2 of our jackhammer. Amazing. Thank you, attic. I could get the jackhammer and make a terrible mistake today. Secret garden key, thank you. Aw, thank you, attic. And this is the other thing I was super hoping. Attic was one of the things I wrote down as one of the best bets for getting the treasure map. Brilliant. Cool. Okay, so let's try and use it in an interesting way today. Let's do our best to try and use it in an interesting way, which will mean trying to get as much redraw ability as possible through, ideally, through ideally study or redraw die. Anyway, yeah. So it seems like if I'm meant to figure out what an acronym, it's the same thing as our other message. Like, how am I meant to even tackle this? Just randomly come up with words that might fit into, SWN, SWN, SNG. I've been kind of holding out that the game might give me some guidance around that. But given that hasn't happened as far as I'm aware, like, what... I would really like to go east here, because I can already... Yeah. Yep, I think we'll have to do boiler room, actually, and use the gem. Yeah, so without any other guidance, how do I begin to read, what's a logical way to tackle SWN, SNG? Well, the very first thing, the thing I've been trying to say since we were in the secret garden is directions, right? Like SWN, SN all work as southwest, north, south, north. The G is the problem. The G doesn't. And even if, the first thing I think of when I think of G is gate. So it could be these are directions to another safe, to a gate. But how would I apply them if that's the case? How would I apply them? I have no idea. I have actually no idea. We're going... Yeah, let's go this way. Let's see what we can get east here. All we need, ideally, is to go up. Is to go north. I think rather than waste conference room here, let's put boudoir. Great. And let's also draft while we're in boiler room from here. I think, trying to go for a corner room is a better idea than going for a straight ahead room. Brilliant. Look at this. We can kind of get all of our bedrooms out of the way really quickly, but actually, it would use up my last gem to do it though. I will get a gem in boudoir, but it's not a lot. Yeah, I think actually I'll put bedroom here, to be honest. And this might even get me a gem. Got me a key. Okay. No trunk. Let's take a freaking look at you, Baroness. first off, you're gorgeous. This is one of the things that makes me think that the moon pendant could be important. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Okay, dining room it is, because I need to be able to go forward. Thank you. Salt shaker. It's so handy. Thank you. Thank you, dining room. Cool. Yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm at with that. Maybe they're directions, but like, if they are, what do I do with them? What do I do with them? Oh, another boudoir? Don't mind if I do. Sweet. That's even more redraw die. That's great. Yes, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this room. I'm so glad I have multiples of this room. Will we ever do anything with this? Drives me crazy. Maybe not, but maybe. I've always considered that would be a really, games love to be circular, right? Like, it would be very clever, and if it would be very perfectly circular for something you get end game to be something you use here. It would be perfectly cromulent. It would be cromulent as hell. Another boudoir. I actually don't want a boudoir right here, but a den would be perfect. Den would be perfect. Great. So that's another gem. I'm sort of tempted to go back to the other boudoir, but actually maybe not tempted enough. Okay. I mean, if we do something from here that goes up, we could use boudoir as another dead end. I'm not doing a dead end challenge today. Oh, hello. Well, we do have two other ways of going north, so I don't really mind putting the master bedroom here, except that I won't get as many steps from it as I would love, and also it will use up two of my gems. But it also doesn't feel like it's the best place for the pool. Whereas this pool is likely to give me gems. No, I'm going to do this. I don't know. Let's throw caution to the wind. Gem, thank you. Great. Great, great, great. I wonder if this is like a book of erosion. Man, that was a cool moment. That was a cool moment, being very excited by that thing. Hey, Swimbird. I still wonder if I can explode these cannons. Or open, more importantly, open these cupboards maybe. Okay. I mean, we've got a lot of steps. Let's go and do the other dead end. Let's do it. Through bedroom, boiler room, aquarium. Nice. No, boudoir. Boudoir. We haven't picked any of this up, so that's 2 more die. That's really good, because if nothing else, I'd love to use it on that treasure diggy spot. Thankfully, we got shovel. Cool. Okay, well, this might be a bunk room spot then. Just feels right, right? Look at all of my bedrooms amassing together. I wonder what my... I wonder what my house is going to be called at the end of the day. Like, we've had a B&B. We've had something else. I can't remember what. Don't know if it was like hotel. We've definitely had B&B because I thought that was quite delightful. Keys, great. I'm actually very keyed up. Oh, by the way, like, I might have said this. I'm probably repeat myself all the time, right? Because I can't remember every conversation I've had across like 100 and however many days and episodes. However, I reckon that when they do eventually release Dirigi blocks, I think it's going in here because it says console edition. So I don't think it's the arcade in the commissary. I think it's going to go in here, console edition. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've just realized, I just realized when I looked at the floor and I thought, can't wait to dig under this room. Damn it, I've stopped myself from being able to dig under this room today. And it would have been a perfect chance to probably try it. Blast. Unless I can get Chamber of Mirrors and get another bunk room. I actually was thinking after I finished... He goes. I was actually thinking after I finished the my dead end room challenge drafting sweepstakes attempt. Let's just do it. Yesterday. I thought, I was kind of avoiding the Chamber of Mirrors, but I realized if I did get Chamber of Mirrors, that could have been a really good strategy. Even if I just kept it, just kept it as a little dead end somewhere, because it would have maybe given me the chance to get more bunk rooms, right? And if I got more bunk rooms, maybe there's a really clever way to approach that where you can get loads of bunk rooms and you don't need to use up the whole house to get all of your dead ends. So anyway, if I do need to do it again, that might be another cool thing to try. Okay. Oh, blast. I wish I hadn't done that bunk room. Oh, well, it might not have come up anyway. One of my other really big things that I still want to try with foyer, because foyer is another thing I know is something. Those hands only exist for very good reasons, right? The hands pointing to the exit of foyer. I still haven't figured out what that is. I was so surprised that throne room didn't appear to be the thing that foyer wanted to be matched with, because in every way it seems exactly right for throne room. But it's occurred to me that I have a whole new throne room now. So maybe it actually wants to be matched with the blue throne room. So I'm very curious to try that as well. Okay, God, I would love to get study somewhere. Maybe. I mean, at least if we do another boudoir here, we get another gem and another 2. Yep, I don't have a very good gem count, so let's do it. Oh, boudoir. I'm going to have a whole house of boudoirs. The house of boudoir. Sounds amazing. Okay, well, parlor might actually just be good here for gemming up. Let's do it. Anything else? No. The blue box is true. Okay. The gems are in the true box. Okay. The black box is true. Okay. So you are accusing the black box of being true. You are accusing the blue box of being true. Understood. The gems are in the true box. If this is just going to have to be an if then. If this is true, the gems are in the true box. One of these has to be false, and it might be that both of them are false. In fact, it says the gems are in the true box. So it implies there's only one true box. And if this is true, then this is it. Meaning this is false, the blue box is true, and this is false, the black box is true. So that actually works out. True, false. True in the middle and false, false on the edges works out. If this is false, that the gems are in the true box, then maybe the gems... How would you falsify this? If this is false, the gems are not in the true box, let's say. But this is false, so it could also mean that the gems are in here. One of these then has to be true. And let's say it's the blue box is true. They imply that each other is true. So if this is false, then the other two have to be true and true. And the way we interpret this is the gems are in the true box. Well, I would say that because it's false, it might not mean, it's implying there is one single true box. I would say that there's multiple ways you could falsify this. What does the game think is the way to falsify it? The gems are in the true box. If it's false, the gems are not in the true box. The gems are in here. And it doesn't matter that these are true or not. I think either way, the gems are in here. I think we just go with that. Yay. Okay. Well, God, without study, this is a very tricky little move I'm attempting to do here. Of course, we can still go up from den, but I'm sort of like, I don't know, let's see. Yikes. All right, so no matter what, unless we redraw, this is a dead end. I do not need the money. On a day when I have loads of bedrooms, like, I'd love to be able to get the extra items from a bedroom, right? Which would mean boudoir, and you've already used bedroom. I think it would only mean boudoir. And I don't know if I have any more boudoirs coming. So maybe let's just put our kitchen here, though we're risking a lot. We don't have the key card. We can't go up to foundation. So maybe it's actually worth a redraw. It hasn't greatly improved my situation because I really don't want to put passageway here. Dang. Maybe we just go observatory, because observatory will get us a backup redraws, which I really, really don't want to use. I'm trying my hardest, honestly, not to use any of these. I was hoping it might give me gems, but okay. All right, there's that. There's that. Okay, so that is a dead end, and we have only one way up now. Let me just remind myself where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is our treasure map spot. Den, the room that comes from den may lead us there. Not bedroom, boudoir. That's right. Okay. Okay, a lot is riding on this. I haven't gotten myself into such a terrible position in quite a while. This is useless to me because I don't have key card. I really want a room. I really want a room with more exits. So we'll have to redraw. We will have to redraw. I have tons of keys, so Great Hall is actually good. Yeah, Great Hall is good. This will be a 4 exit room. Now that's the one that we want to ideally do a cool diggy experiment. We want a good meaty room here for a treasure diggy uppy experiment. So yes, I do have 6 redraws, but it would be, and yes, I do have the inkwell, which I don't want to use. But it would be really good to be able to get study, maybe. So let's try... I guess I just got to use keys, right? I've got no... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not going to be the door anyway. So... That's the worst one. At least we are in a position where we have keys, so let's be happy about that. All right, let's just try here. Commissary would be great. Commissary might get us some really good stuff. Excellent, like gems. Oh, there's actually, you know what? This is actually really good. This is really good. Set of gems, key, 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 all of them, all of the gems, all of them, all of them, all of them. And thank you. all of the bananas, all of the salted bananas. I love it. Thank you. I wonder if it's MSG. I can't. No. I can use secret garden key here. That might be good. No, I can't. I can't. I have the secret garden. The secret garden key is useless today. What happens if we try it? Do I get a second? Oh, I get a second secret garden. Oh, I didn't think it would let me do that. Thank you, game. Now we don't have the conference room anywhere, so for the first time in a long time, we have fruit spread throughout the house. Inefficiently. Hang on, you're not giving me broken lever, are you? Because that would be super handy. Okay, well, we've already got everything open. Oh, that's so interesting. Because normally this would be set to one of the levers because that's the only thing I do here. But it's set to the sigil because, wow, it is connected. Like it's remembering from the other secret garden that we have. Wow. I'm just a little bit fascinated. I have a 2 secret garden day. Huh. What if I were to get Chamber of Mirrors? No, it couldn't be done because I would actually need to get several. Oh, hang on. I'm thinking about this as a weird challenge. What if I get myself 4 secret gardens in one day? One in the outer room, one here like we've just done. Anyway, where I was going with that is what if I set each of them to east, north, east, west, and south? Maybe nothing, most likely, but it's kind of a cool idea, right? Could I get 4 secret gardens? Trust me, this isn't going to be my next thing. I'm just enjoying thinking through. I'm just enjoying the exercise of thinking through it. Could I, like, if I save, I don't think, I probably can't make it work. I probably can't get multiple secret garden keys. I was thinking, what if I put one in the coat check? But that probably means you don't get another one anywhere else. Okay, well, that's the room we want to do something interesting with, so let's draft up here. Okay. Well, given the number of gems we've got, veranda seems actually like a good bet. Gem. Okay. I'm holding off on the dig spots in case we get also locked. Okay. East Wing Hall might be the best thing to put here because we can put courtyard somewhere else. Great. Sweet. Okay. Well, that gets us right up to our corner room. Maybe we could be lucky enough to do our library study combo up here. Why not? Let's give it a go. Library or study? Library or study? Library or study? Library. It will stop me from going in that side of the antechamber if I'm able to get study from this, but I kind of believe in this combo now. But we can't redraw from here except for using our die. But still, this could be a big... Yes! Library delivers! This is my magic combo. This is it. This is it. Gem. Gem, thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Now, I haven't done this in a while. I just want to have a quick look at my records. I think my longest day is still broken. I think it's been broken for a really long time. Dang, we're almost up to 1,000 keys turned. Look at that. Huh. Wow. Over 4,000 rooms drafted. I believe it. I believe it. Upgrade disc 16. Yep. I still wonder if I can get another red letter. Especially with my interpretation that the Alazara predictions or premonitions or whatever are meant for Herbert and not for us. And if that's... Oh, check it out. Our most paid for room. We have the Cloister of Arinda on there. Why is that? Actually, why is that? Why is that? No, you just mean because it's cloister. That's why. Okay, that's why. It's just you just mean cloister. It's only one time been the Cloister of Arinda. Okay. Ah, most time spent in secret passage. Is that because the rough draft counts as the secret passage? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It could also be because one time I paused the game to go for lunch while I was in secret passage. That was when I had the huge revelation while I was having lunch about the overlapping castle letters. That was amazing. That was an amazing day. Okay. Shrine is a favorite for sure. I still don't know if there's anything to do with these. Look at this. This is quite funny. It's my most avoided floor plan. Of course. Poor indoor nursery. I brought it into this world. Yay. And I still have to get the blue memo in the final exam. That's on my mind, but of course that has to be a schoolhouse day, which, wasn't going to be today. I thought about it as a possibility for today, but yeah, we had Secret Garden to contend with. Okay. Freaking brilliant. That worked out really well. Well, we could go here. Using up our keys. Okay, so now that we're in a good position to do really a good amount of redraws on our treasure map spot, let me turn to my page. Okay, I have ruined the chance to get Bunk Room unless we get Chamber of Mirrors. I was a little hopeful, but it doesn't come up much, does it? So in that case, Dormitory could be my next bet. Dormitory might be worth choosing as to dig in today. Maybe Mary hid something like under the floor there, right? She's a clever little tyke. So in that case, I don't have that many gems, but I might just do one redraw here. Okay. Not really what I wanted. Well, as weird as it is, I might put utility closet here because we do not have key card. And it might be... I don't know if that does anything, but I do it just in case. Yeah, I don't know. I might thank myself for putting this here. Why not? Today's a bit of a let's just try some things sort of day, right? If I dig there, I'm not going to get any gems anyway. Okay, so this could be a dormitory spot. I might just draft a tiny little bit more to see if I could get Chamber of Mirrors. Because if I could get Bunk Room, that'd be the one I'd super number one be the most happy about. Okay, we need to use up some keys here anyway, because I don't know what's what here. Little bit of money. That's blocked off anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's no way to tell, is there? Hooray! Okay, let's see what we can get going out here. Bad. Pretty much everything here is bad because I need to be able to move forward from here. Solarium might even help me get the Chamber of Mirrors, but I've got nowhere else to go from here. So I hate it, but we might have to do a redraw. Lab. Maybe lab is the thing because that'll give us security. Yeah, that'll give us security access. Okay, don't think there's anything in here. Cool, and we can get an experiment set up, which maybe we can use to get some stars. Aquariums, chest, dirt. Well, I'm honestly still interested in doing dirt on the driveway because there might be more cool stuff around the driveway. Let's do upgraded. We have so many now. And let's do dirt on the driveway. Yeah. Cool. So it gave me experiment successful straight away. I don't know why. It did that last time as well. Oh, I should try the different password here. You know where we should try it is shelter, because shelter is a very merry room. Shelter's the very room she was in before she wrote that note telling me to delete the A. But it literally has a picture of the terminals on it, so why wouldn't it relate to security? Anyway, staff services. I am doing well, Kimberly, thank you. Still shovel, please, thank you. This is one of the rare days, hang on, where I can... what is it that we even do? Hang on. What's the thing that we do where we get money? What's that thing I haven't done since like the very beginning of the game where we get money in the rooms I never draft? Not that. What the hell is it? It's not that. These are nothing things. Hang on. Huh? Oh, we have to do it from office. That's right. Oh, hang on. I shouldn't have got out of that. Office is the thing. I know office we spread money through the house, but that's also how we pay money into the staff chambers. Yes. Okay. It's all coming back. Yeah, okay. At the very least, so dormitory, so bunk room, dormitory, and nursery if I haven't already done it. I'm really interested to dig the treasure chest in there to see if there's anything in the floor plans of our youth. But other than that, I'm interested in anything I haven't done. But some rooms in particular I'm very interested in. Room 8, of course. Vault, of course. Treasure trove, lost and found even, like some just kind of stand out. I'm actually weirdly interested in the bedroom closet because of the note that we find, the blue memo that we found in there that says it's one of the original 45 rooms of the house, and it just has always made me suspicious of, like, why are we being told this about closet in particular? It may just be a general hint that there is an original house, and you sort of like, what's that mean? It could just be that. But I'm a little interested to try digging in the closet. Cool. Yeah. Or what if I try... What if we go nuts? Like, today doesn't really matter all that much, apart from, like, doing experiments, right? So let's do another experiment. If a security door gets in my way, then so be it. Let's try doing this other version of Swan Song from the shelter. If I had to guess at any of them other than security being the thing where this might work as a password, then this would be it. Hang on. It's like something's up here. SNG. Yep. Swan Song with the A and the O removed. No. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Shelter. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, all right. Cool. Tried. So we can go, I don't know, we can go up from here. I'm really just seeing if Chamber of Mirrors might possibly pop up. But actually, the only thing that's happening is that I am... Oh, see, now I have to use another gem to get myself out of this situation. Yeah. Maybe then let's go workshop just to sort of move us ahead. There is my broken lever. Great. That's exactly what I was hoping. So we can do... Oh my God, no. That means I can do my jackhammer experiment in the gem. Oh, could this be the day where I lose my gems, where I destroy the freaking... Oh. I'm terrified of this possibility. All right, let's try one more. I don't think it's happening. Let's just try this other one. Once again, because I'm desperately trying to avoid... Oh, maybe we should just do it. I hate choosing Maid's Chamber and getting less likely to find items around the house, but it's fine. We kind of have the items we need, so let's do it. We'll get some steps from this anyway. It's been a very long time. I don't even fully know if I'm right about who I think these different people are, right? I think this is Randolph, because I think he's a lab technician. But he could also be a driver. I think this is Anne. I think this is Bridget. I think this is Clara. I think this is Christoph. I think he's driver. I think he's in a driver outfit. I think this is Kirk Darren. And that's Hartley. We do know that. We know Hartley. And I guess I think that this might be Denny. It's so weird that I've come this far in the game and, like, I don't really know. Like, I don't have confirmation about what most of them look like, you know? So, but those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Okay, and drawing room is the perfect thing to go here, actually. It gets us where we need to go. It connects us with foundation. Ooh, bypassing a tricky, sneaky security door. Good stuff. Okay. Like we could go... We could actually... I don't even have dining room. Oh, no, I do. Oh, no, but we've already rung the bell, that's why. This could be anything. And sometimes this is a spot where a Chamber of Mirrors... I think this is a spot that encourages, like, the... you know, the 4-door rooms. I've seen them here a ton. So maybe this could be a Chamber of Mirrors spot. Am I willing to risk more gems? At least at the moment, none of this is risking the amount of gems I'll be able to use in one spot. We could try one more. Well, It's not the best. Maybe let's just put the dovecote here. Okay, we'll put the dovecote here. It'll have some dig spots in it, and we've got the jackhammer now. Hey doves, sorry to disturb you. Brilliant. All right, so at least we made up some of the gem usage there. That's great. Let's see if we can. Great. All of this is more gems and more redraw die generally. Or brick. Don't forget about precious, lovely brick. This is often a security spot. It's often a 3-door spot here. I've definitely learned that. But yeah, very often I find I put security here. Well, it gets us around, so I'm cool with that. Oh, a gem, thank you. I don't always get that. We have entry. We don't have the north lever opened, but we can. Yeah. Set this low, why not? And we can now put the offline mode into unlocked. So if we do have any kind of trouble. Did I confirm that? Yeah, I did. That's cool. So we can actually go up to utility closet, which we need. So excellent. Great. Maybe, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to go open the north lever so we can get our crown, which will also help with redrawing. One of my big goals today is to be able to cross one of my most interesting rooms off this list where we dig for treasure. I think at a minimum, we're going to achieve 3 big goals here today, which is calling it a day in servants' quarters. I would really like to also just, maybe it's a very silly thing, but I have always, since the very first time I drafted this room, I think, thought about the bells that are in there. And I was like, what if you could get every bedroom? Would it do something? Maybe it does, but maybe you actually need to have them draft. Need to have the other bedrooms drafted before you draft servants' quarters. It could even be that. Okay. That's a little tiny little bonus because I don't think it's anything. It's just something I think is maybe interesting, and I'd love to check it off my list, my mental list. But yeah, I think we'll get 3 things checked off today. 4 actually. One is seeing secret garden in the outer path. The second is digging for treasure in a room of interest. The third is jackhammering the spot that is of most interest to me in the gemstone cavern. And the fourth is calling it a day in servants' quarters, which the game seems to be screaming at me to do. Brilliant. If I'd managed to get my Arindia cloister, maybe I could have got that door open anyway. I look forward to doing some things with that at some point. Because, I figure you can draft 3 black prints from that room once you get into it. I can't be bothered getting the other gem. I know gems is of great interest. It takes a long time. I can't be bothered for a 1 gem. Maybe it's a critical mistake. Now I have a really excellent amount of steps. What is in these jars? And I've got some other dig spots all around the place. First off, in other secret garden, also in aquarium, also in veranda and other secret garden. However, if I don't go this way, I'm going to forget that my foundation elevator is down here at some point. So let's do that. All right, time for some tea. I would also, here's another thing, actually. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write it down right now. I would love to be able to dig in the Chamber of Mirrors so much. Also, like, partly because it's still a room that I find very mysterious and maybe have extra secrets in it, but also because maybe the dig spot will turn up 4 times. Maybe you can get 4 treasure chests in the Chamber of Mirrors. It's not a spread event, which is what it actually, that's what the blue memo talked about. It was like, yeah, like for items that are spread, they'll be spread 4 times into the Chamber of Mirrors. But, so from here, we might as well draft here since we're here. We get redrafts from here as well. Ooh, I love the throne room. I have actually dug already in the throne room. And I think maybe it was even the blue throne room. The thing I remember when I looked back at that footage is like we just got a normal treasure chest, but I don't think a hole appeared in the ground. At least not that I could see in the footage at all. So that was weird. That was weird. Unlock all blue sealed doors. It could mean that there's just 2, but to me it implies that there's probably at least 3. Surely at least 3, right? Anyway, this is kind of the perfect thing to go here, so let's do it. Yeah! I've come in here with my crown. Sweet. Oh, maybe we should have done this beforehand. We could have got this lever. So we'll probably get Ladyship's Chamber then if we draft down here. That's another thing I need. But I don't want it on the next spot. I can only access all of these spots from here. So we need to be able to make it further. Let's draft up. I am getting through my keys, which is a little concerning. And as good as this would be, trophy room, spare veranda is the thing that will get us to a redraw spot. It also gets me fabulous. I'm also going to have a bunch of dig spots in the driveway as well, so that's another thing. We'll go and get all of those. Let's see what we can get here. I might need locksmith. Okay, I just had to pause because my computer beeped and I needed to find out why and whether it was going to ruin my episode or not. Seems fine. Seems fine, but I remain cautious. Walk-in closet could be really, really good here. But I might see what else is available. Trophy room. Ooh. Well, if I were to convert my massive amount of money into gems, I would have 0 problems with redraws for the rest of the game, which is very nice. However, I wouldn't be able to buy anything. Steps is good. I don't need to worry about that. We've bought everything in commissary anyway. It would really just mean showroom. But I also sort of think that from the various dig spots I'm going to have available, I'm going to be able to pick up a lot of gems from them anyway. Planetarium's also a good pick for many reasons. Key, redraw die, apple, trunk, dig spot. I might go planetarium. I might do it. Cool. Cool. Don't know what I would do with the prism key. Nail. Lovely. What I've always wanted. And a bunch of money. Okay. Not as brilliantly gemmy as I was hoping for. Still. It's still so cool to see the like the Mount Holly, the blue Mount Holly symbol come up. Prism key, that I wouldn't be able to use that here anyway, yeah? So we just have to use a key, okay. What I'm super hoping for here, yeah, is a room that gives us many exits. So that's perfect. That's perfect. Great. Look, look. Home console edition. So I think it's going to be in the bunk room. Sweet. Well, let's draft across. I don't think my dream is going to come true of bedroom closet from bedroom. Even on this day. Break room could just give us some keys, but showroom could give me master key. Let's do showroom. I love it. I just love it. Yes. Look at this. Master key. Brilliant. I don't even need all of this. Let's just get it. Let's get it all. And moon pendant, which will be helpful for tomorrow. Thank you, showroom. I love you. Mwah. Mwah. Expensive kisses. Fancy kisses. Master key. Go. Cool. We could have used the prism key to get another gold room, but I don't know what I would have gone for. What? None of these are what I would really like on this spot, so let's go ahead and do a redraw. Do I want to get rid of Lost and Found, or do I want to entertain having... No, I want to get rid of it. Okay. Ladyship's Chamber I want, but it just means I can't use any of the other spaces. Is that fine? It's the end of me trying to get Chamber of Mirrors, but it might be an impossibility anyway. Yeah. Also means I can't... We can get tons of steps from boudoir, but that's not... I don't need them. I don't need them. I might do another redraw. I might really push. Okay, pool is perfect then. Pool is perfect. Let's hope that we can get Ladyship's Chamber again, especially with the scepter working for us. Sweet. Oh, well, I guess I don't need utility closet now. After that setup. Great. And the great thing about having that is we might keep it with the moon pendant for tomorrow. Maybe this could be... maybe it's just good to set up for whatever I'm going to do for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to do sauna. Quick draft. What? Oh, key. Oh, great. Normally I get a gem in there, that's all. Wonderful. Thank you, sauna. Okay, if I get any chance for Ladyship's Chamber now, we're definitely... Oh, hello, mailroom. I did say that I wanted... mailroom. But now that I've got this whole bedroom thing going, it's my best... I can get mailroom on any day. I think I got to try for all of the bedrooms. Dang. And if I change my... Yay. Okay, I think we got to do it. We got to do it. Great. Oh, sweet. Well, is it? No. I don't know. I'm excited when I see... I'm excited when I see the telescope now, but I've actually gotten all of the... Gosh, it's nice to be in this room, though. Without a doubt, one of my favorite rooms. What am I looking for? Ah, a little key. One of my favorite rooms for sure. And this is such a lovely piece of music that, like, we so rarely hear. So lovely. So lovely. Since this is what we're doing today, let's have a look. I mean, I've looked at this many times. The thing that sticks in my mind is about half the steps the following day, which makes getting sauna extra good. We'll get a dye, sure. And she just talks about how she had a bad sleep and she was embarrassed about Hartley finding out her doing that, and so she didn't tell him. It's so weird. So weird and kind of cute. Okay. All right, so that's the end of that. Now we're just going to go and do this treasure spot. So back through maid's chamber, workshop, but we're going to get any dig spots that we have along the way is the other thing. We have tons of steps, so this is not a worry. Let's try and set ourselves up. Like gems, I have the max amount of gems I can use anyway. Apart from the gem, not actually really, because we might have a drafting cost. Now I am even closer to having the max amount of gems I need. But if we can pick up more redraw die in particular, that would be great. So we're going to step away from here. Oh, hello, apple. Why not? There might be fruit. Yeah! Might be fruit in all of these rooms. Why not? Let's step up. Cool. We've even got this here waiting for us. I could just run around this. We've got boiler room too. This is going to be like 60 steps. No, even more with salt shaker. 62. Brilliant. Brilliant. Crazy. This is no wonder we're having a big bedroom day. No wonder we're having an amazing step day, right? So if we go through boudoir, yeah? Through boudoir, checking for bananas. No, I actually need to go through bedroom because I want to go check my dig spots. Apple. Yay. I don't need it, but I'm going to take it. I also want... Did we get this dig spot? Oh, we did. We wasted it. Okay. I don't know. Or it was useful at the time. One of those. Through the middle, there'll be one in here. Gem. Cool. There's nothing anywhere else from entrance hall that we need, I don't think. I'm straight up... Oh, no, I actually shouldn't. Now that I've got moon pendant. Oh, hello. Well, we might keep it for tomorrow. I mean, that'd be useful. I wouldn't mind. We can just open this now and just check that it is indeed exactly... Yeah. The true treasure of the trove is in the house. It's funny, though. It's not the most useful. It's not the most useful one you could provide. The only one... So all of them here... Ah, it's impossible because I don't have a nursery anymore. I have a green nursery. Ah, it's impossible, actually. I hadn't accounted for that one. I don't think this is anything. I don't think that the game... I think if this was something, I don't think the game would let me lock myself out of it. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit, but I don't think it would. Okay, but I have many boudoirs. Okay, cool. Cool, I'll be back. We'll be back at the end of the day. There's no way I can run my steps out. In fact, I can afford just to look around for fruit that I don't even need. Let's go and see if we can get some more redraw die from here. Mount Holly, lovely to see you. Let's see if we get another Knight's Shield. Gems. I would super prefer redraw die, please. Yep. I don't need the keys anymore, thank you. Oh, it's gems only, is it? Really? Few old coins. Okay. And then there's, in the secret garden, there's like one dig spot. You never know. It could be the thing to make the difference. I don't think we're going to have any trouble. If dormitory is indeed the one I'm going to go for because I can't get bunk room anymore, the game has constantly offered it to me, so I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it's just like, why not? Why not try your best, right? Nothing. Why not try your best, game? Oh. Thank you. 6 steps. A 6-step apple. Appreciate it. All right, let's go and do this, and probably nothing will happen. And then what I'll do is head over to Gemstone Cavern, try that experiment. Maybe nothing will happen. And then we'll call it a day in Servants' Quarters, which, if something will happen or not, we won't find out today anyway. So it's just that kind of day. Here we need to go back through bedroom. It's bedroom city. From here, boudoir, den, great hall. Okay, now it doesn't matter which side I draft it from, whether it's here or secret garden. So this will do. Yeah, we definitely don't want the prism key. Master key, please. Okay. All right. I could even try digging in mailroom. Actually, I think I might have done that already. The problem is I can't, as I've said it, I can't go back through like every episode where I might have dug up treasure to remember everywhere I've dug. I have a feeling maybe I've already tried mailroom. Either way, I'm shooting for dormitory today. Yeah, all right, it's come up straight away. So let's do it though. Let's do it. This looks like the spot. Sorry, Mary. Sorry, Mary. Unless you left something super cool here for me. Man, they really make you wait. It's gems. Okay, fantastic. That'd be great if I could get a freezer, which I can't. Cool. Well, fairly normal sort of hall pass, which I won't pick up because I don't want it to be potentially saved by the moon pendant. Was just thinking I could combine a couple of my items in the workshop, to reduce the pool of things the moon pendant will pick up. Okay. Anyway, that's one of my things tried. Cool. I have the most hope for a bunk room, so that's what I really wish I could have done. But not to be. I'm going to have to be more prepared in future to definitely not draft that. But anyway, this is something that we can do another time. We can try it another time. Aquarium, entrance hall. Okay. I'm really nervous about this next thing. I am really nervous about this next thing. What if I lose my 2 gems at this? Huh? Why? I thought it would just be here. Hang on. I've had 2 successful triggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Are there more? Do you go to all kinds of places in the grounds? You're not even a special dig spot. Keys. What the hell? Hang on, I got to go and check the other one now. Oh, I should have checked this the previous day when I did. It's here as well. Huh. Wow. You can even see the dirt kind of coming out the edge a bit. Wow. Well, you learn something new every day in this game. You truly do. And even dig spots are still giving me so many surprises. It's amazing. Not in a billion years did I expect that. Aren't there any more? Yeah. Old tin. So they're just regular dig spots, but they just populate. They just populate the It's been so long since I've seen this. Hey, Swimbird. I wonder if Simon like sleeps in one tent and then sleeps in the other. Hang on, there's another. That's my older dig spot. That's the mysterious stump. Well, that's one of. This is the mysterious stump. This stump doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, but this one's already got water in it. Maybe we should just do this in case any of the items I have do something. Nope. Huh. Ah, good times. Good times. If I put the microchips back in here, will it like take the satellite away? I don't want that to happen, so unless it does something interesting, in which case I do. Yeah, see, this is what all of the other stumps look like, except that other one. I know I've said that 10,000 times. Okay. So, there are multiple dig spots around here, even there. Which, like, can I even access around here? Yes, I can, actually. I think, if anything were going to be anything, and I've explained my reasons why I think actually this isn't anything. Because if this is collapsible, I don't think the game would lock me out. I think it would lock me out of 2 gems. Maybe it's just that the gems disappear, but nothing changes about the structure. Because they wouldn't lock you out of this either. But either way, if anything is going to be anything, I kind of think, where do we get it? Like, there's one there. There's one here. I suppose I just find this spot. It's more here. Oh, here. Oh, damn it. Which, again, because these are like to the side of this spot that seems like a bit discolored, but not really. That also, because even this, yeah, it's the same. I don't know. I've sort of convinced, I've argued enough with myself, and I think I've convinced myself I don't really have any faith this is going to be anything. But if I only do one, which of the 2? Oh, I hate this. Look at it. Cave-in is written in red. It's very explicit. Despite having been warned of the cavern's stability, you may be able to use your makeshift jackhammer to mine for additional gems. However, each time you are successful, that has a double F in it, I've noted in my notebook on misspellings, whether are added letters, whether are letters missing, or whether they're misspellings. The chance of a mine cave-in will increase. Be forewarned, a collapse of any scale will permanently close this site, and with it, the daily gems it provides. I don't like this, everybody. I don't like this, but I'm going to try. Holy. Okay. I didn't even notice it. We must have got a gem because I heard the gem sound. No. So I don't think it doesn't change my gem count permanently, does it? It just gave me a gem right there. So I guess the idea is you could come out here and risk your gems every single day. To me, it is just not worth it. The risk is not worth it. No. I'm walking away. I've tried it. I don't like it. I do not like it. All right, I've tried it. I can cross it off my list. It doesn't mean that there's not still something to be found in there. But it's so risky and it's scary. It's risky and it's scary. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind at some point. It took me this long to have the courage to try that once. Okay, let's go and cap it off. In one of our other major goals for today, let's sleep without... Hartley doesn't even know that we're here again, so we're doing just what Clara did. Let's call it a day in Hartley's room. This is what everyone's been telling me in the staff announcements, hinted by Clara herself, I suppose. So let's see if it does anything except ruin my steps for tomorrow. I'll be very interested to see. And I suppose we'll also have the option, I don't know if it matters, but we'll have the option to draft it as well in the outer room. I don't know. Today was a day of interesting experiments and yeah, just kind of catching you guys up on where, like, the exciting midpoint maybe I'm at with figuring some more stuff out. But we got to try a lot of things today. I'm happy with it. We've ended up with, to my great surprise, a Royal Shopping Centre of the Dead. For some reason, this game has chosen to focus on the fact that I had 4 shop rooms, which is absolutely nothing. For me, I do that all the time, and it has chosen to ignore that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have at least 12 bedrooms here, and it thinks 4 shop rooms is notable. I disagree, game. I think I should have got some kind of bedroom castle. I can't believe it. Anyway, it's been a fun, interesting day of bedroom experiments. I hope you've had fun. And I will see you in the next day. Bye-bye.